All right, welcome back to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota. You are watching the TPN TV and Radio Network. My background just changed. I don't know what happened, but I think I like this background anyway. It looks very perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. This is Dr. Mankota. I just want for giving a little bit of news and we can discuss about so many things. But before we do that, let me just try for send this broadcast to the the correct groups, so we know exactly what we are doing. Is it here? I don't see a moment. Um, is my group on? Okay, I don't see on our Facebook yet. What happened? All right. So right, let me try it again. Let me try it again and see. All right. Okay. Here you go. Now I can see it. Hold on, guys. Let me just send this. We get a very nice program today where we can discuss about what happened, the events will take place in Salon, or the Imagine event where they go on a Salon, we get to do with the All People's Congress. And some of them already don't know the information, but maybe I get a little bit more information where they can share to now. We, well, not kind of share, but we can interact and see. We say we own party, now the APC party, we say we dey go as a party, and what's in the way forward. Okay, so that's not the thing we I want to discuss in this program today, and so we'll stay tuned as they try for do the sharing now. I will be. Oh, another thing we very important. This as if you're not a new viewer, I just want to tell you. Say first of all, welcome to the program, and all right. If you're not a new viewer, welcome to the program. We get a culture here in the TPN, and the culture is that it's kind of an interaction. It's not a monologue. A monologue is something we like where they talk just the talk by myself. Not to that one day. This program is an interactive program wherein you as the viewer you get control also for be part of the um, the program. And if you want to be part of this program, what I want to make you do, please let me just please just put your comment at the comment section of the platform where they watch. We will broadcast on 3 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Caster. So now them 3 platforms here with the broadcast. So if you they watch me from any of them platforms, then all you need for know is just putting your comment at the comment section of your platform. At the read them at the end of the well, not at the end at the end of my monologue we at the do well, let's go right to it. All right, here is a situation where we find ourselves today, and this is something we very very terrifying for the APC, for the All People's Congress. Very 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 terrifying. And sometimes when they people then they then they try for blame other people them because of the mishaps of we leaders them. Sometimes I can find them very very difficult for me to able understand how people then they think. Let me just send this to this person. We just what I'm calling. All right. So this is the situation where we find ourselves. 2 APC members, then petition the APC candidate. 2 APC members then petition the APC candidate. I want to make it sinking. Okay? I want to make it sinking. Because this is something that I don't know. But right. This is better because I want to learn when I see the clear picture. If APC members they look and petition an APC candidate, what in that tells you? The level of disunity we party don't embroil for the past I don't know how many years. Paul Kamara, now journalist, and it happened for this year. Now be minister of sports during the APC regime of Anes by Corona. Okay, Paul Kamara, this guy here, right? The guy in the middle. Now be minister during Anes by Corona in your regime as sports minister. Alimamy Colson Turay now been deputy ambassador in the United States here during the Anes by Corona regime. So these are not people like us, people like Miso or other low-level members. These are high-ranking APC members. All right. Then petition Dr. Samura, 3 petitions. Okay? I don't know if I go able to pull some of the petitions here so that we will able to listen to that. Hold on, let me see. If I go able to do them. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I just want to see if I go. I've been get the petitions then, but I don't know if all right. Now 3. Now 3 points petition now in the game. The first one, let me read it from my own end here. What happened? Okay. Well, let me see if I will read that again. No, I'm not going to read that now. But okay, we're not going to waste time because we'll get a limited time. We're not going to waste time, but we'll move on, right? Then give 3 points petition. One of the points has to do with they say Dr. Samura actually has been convicted by the Commission of Inquiry, the COI, Commission of Inquiry. Okay, that's not the number 1. Number 2, then say Dr. Samura was injuncted, and the injunction now being 30 or 35 people them where then be injuncted for making for participate by the APC convention. Okay. All right. When I just continue for put the comments now the comment section. I don't see comments don't begin come. So when I give your own opinion, okay? This is an interactive program. All right. They say Dr. Samura was injuncted for making not participate in the convention, and it violates that injunction name, and it go participate in the convention. The third one, They say Dr. Samura gets a case. They say he gets a case with the ACC. He gets a criminal case with the ACC. Yes, now the three injunction there were where the two gentlemen, Paul Kamara and Alimamy Colson Turay, they file now the Supreme Court. I don't know if this case the Supreme Court will call Monday or within the week, this week. I don't know. But these are the 3 points where the injunction is about. All right. First of all, let me make them very clear. Let me make them very clear. So especially for people that we sometimes I can call them demented brain, where instead of them they use their brain, then now the emotions that then they use in politics. And then kind of people the moment they begin to there is a problem. Okay. All right. From yesterday where I received this information, say yes, indeed the injunction has been filed. I begin call certain sources then for make are able to understand what is going on, why an APC member for petition an APC candidate. Okay, because now a shock to me, to be honest with you, now a very big shock. If there was going to be a petition against Dr. Samura, I was expecting it to come from the SLPP, not from the APC at all. That was my concern. And a lot of people, the way they follow me, before even we convention, these were my expressed concern. So those who are going to blame the SLPP for say now then they behind this, the one the way I say the demented, what they call them, I go tell them I say this not get nothing to do with the SLPP. Based on my own investigation way I make after this what they call, it don't get nothing to do with the SLPP. I want to make them very clear. So if you don't use for blame the SLPP what they do right now is then they sit down at them corner, then they laugh with, then they enjoy the kind of nasty politics where they go on within the APC party. And I'm telling you, this is a very nasty politics. Okay? Very, very nasty. Now, this particular, two people here, Paul Kamara and Alimamy Turay, not to themselves, just go grab them, go petition. Okay? Not to themselves, they are just like an instrument, a tool. If you understand the kind of nasty politics where they play within the APC party, if you're not a very pro-APC supporter, or even a member of the APC, where one foresee a better APC, you will cry. The information what I get yesterday, where I don't go tell now the full story of the information because it's it's kind of not everything I get for telling now. But Paul Kamara, Alimamy Colson Turay, we are used by powerful forces within the APC party. Now that make I tell now earlier say this has nothing to do with the SLPP. In fact, if you now remember, few weeks back, I've been telling us say the SLPP don't order the court for make then just postpone the trial of Dr. Samura. Few weeks back, I say, and I give you the reason. Let me just explain the reason again, because if you watch me, you don't know what they talk about. So I find out say the SLPP then don't sit down, then don't analyze the entire situation at the country, then don't see waiting at the possibility of them winning this election is so great that a continuation of the trial will be a distraction. And they tell me for free, if the SLPP be no same, this election is very, very tough for them. That's why I did, if we go further, the trial of Dr. Samura for go further. And at one time, I tell you the same, by the end of last month, they make a verdict. But after they sit down, they realize, they analyze the entire thing, the opportunity where they don't capture, they sit down, they say, there is no need. We got this. And I report to when I say, the SLPP are not going to continue with the trial until further notice. And you know, say, the court, Adrian Fisher, postponed the trial after the APC filed for make Dr. Samura continue for campaign while the trial they go on, because they don't want to let Dr. Samura all the time they come now courts where they restrict them from going around and campaign. Within the judge do, now they postpone the entire trial. Make you see how confident the SLPP are. Now that make I tell you, say, so for someone of don't know what thing they go on within the APA, within the politics of Salo. Now that make I tell you, say, this not get nothing. This particular petition, I get nothing to do with the handiwork of the SLPP. This has to do with the APC, powerful forces. People then way want for play this nasty politics within William Party, using us as members. So, you know, a lot of people, they're waiting at the APC party, they are not looking for a job. They just left the party. And the last thing where them people they need is for somebody to use them, use their own intelligence for the benefit of the few. Okay. For Kamara, now, an Escoma a loyalist. We are listening very carefully. For Kamara, now an Escoma a loyalist. Very, very loyal to an Escoma. Alimamy Colson Turay, now a loyalist to Anes by Koroma. So the question where any reasonable person they ask, if these people are loyalists to the former president, and the former president is actually behind, I'm talking about Anes by Koroma, behind the candidacy of Dr. Samura. Why don't people let them grab them go petition Dr. Samura? You know, I just scratch for una a little bit the information we get. Why? Why the people that were loyal to Anes by Koroma and they grab them go petition Anes by Koroma in candidates? Okay? Well, make it sink in. When I think about this, make this sink in too now. Okay? I will tell you, say, without any iota of doubt, Paul Kamara, Alimamy Colson Turay, I don't say not to independent people, they're not get independent mind, they get independent mind. But I'm telling you, they will have never petitioned Dr. Samura if powerful forces they're not behind them. Enough will be ever happen. You know, may God help Dr. Samura. May God help him. This na innocent man. Dr. Samura na somebody we not a politician, na a technocrat. And God can make it can be within the wolves of politics. And people are maltreating this guy like a child, a baby. Una remember, right? Una remember. During the convention, the APC convention, now the whole day, there was some kind of a scuffle where we want to take place because there were people within the leadership. When I say leadership, I'm talking about the members of the APC party. Where we get concerned saying they don't want for make Dr. Samura participate. They want for make them support Cherno Maju, what would they call Cherry Coco, in candidacy, because Dr. Samura gets a case. And for allow Dr. Samura for contest, now a very high risk. This was the discussion where they go on. And in fact, Dr. Samura, the Tawa, he in support of the Tawa and said nothing. Dr. Samura, the contest. So when they realize it will cause a little bit more chaos in the hall. So then turn to the lawyers and the APC lawyers, them, GFK and the other folks, them say, all right, when I tell Weber, when I know the laws, now this represent Dr. Samura, waiting at the implication. The lawyers, they waiting and say, Dr. Samura not get a case. In fact, that case then they file a petition for making them dismiss the case because there is no case there. This now in the lawyer, they've been talking at the whole day. Okay, and that actually cooled down the tension where Dr. Samura be able for contest where he win massively. I think even a background of waiting just don't happen so. The trajectory in which people are playing double role within the APC party for their own selfish interests. People are playing double role. They are not sincere. They're not even sincere to Dr. Samura self. Okay? Now, when Dr. Samura been win the election at the convention, the following Thursday, now in the lawyer said then go file that motion for make them dismiss the case where Adrian Fisher tell them say no, Dr. Samura get a case here where he get for that answer and we better prepare for make una answer the case from our client. That was something where the lawyers themselves responsible for. Okay. Now, Dr. Samura is now we candidate and we leader, the party leader. But even with this, the hidden hands where want to destroy this APC party, the powerful invincible forces where still they under for try to destroy this wonderful party. They not give up. Dr. Samura been one for appoint in your running mate. You know, as a candidate, you get the right, exclusive right for make you appoint who that get supposed for being your running mate. That was the responsibility of Dr. Samura. There was also a scuffle on that, where certain members of the APC party, they said nothing. Dr. Samura suggested somebody for saying now that one if he say he go able for be a running mate. The invisible powerful hands of the APC party then say no. Then suggest for Dr. Samura. And there was some kind of a back and forth where they go on. Dr. Samura get for relent because he don't get the power at the APC party. He is just a tool where people they want to use. This innocent, wonderful, nice person. He get for give up. They appoint Cherry Coco. Cherry Coco come in. Okay. Well, you don't do everything what you're supposed to do as an invincible hand. The man don't give you in your right. He don't give up in right for make peace day, for make unity day within the party. Yet still, people are still fighting this guy. First of all, for some people, the way they not even understand and they talk about Yirikishi or whatever that they talk about, they not even understand what they go on at the APC party. Now that makes some of we not every time we talk again at social media Solomon. Because I want to make when I say something, people then will able to learn from that. If there's any conversation between me and somebody, I not the person not the only able to learn from him, I also want to learn from that person. That's Nami's philosophy. I know you talk so normal and you will call, especially certain groups, not because now waste of time. Okay. Now, then realize that this is not the last opportunity. This is not the last opportunity. What is the opportunity? Well, they were expecting SLPP will do the petition so that then we're able to wash their hand clean. But the SLPP, they're not interested in petition because the SLPP, they're fixing, they don't get this election, now they're in your pocket. So they don't care again. What the APC do? So it forced the invisible hands where they talk about for make them coin another trip, the last trip, for sponsor members of the APC party, Paul Kamara and Alimamy Turay for petition their own candidate. Their own candidate. APC. Oh, APC. Sorry, you know, for some of we just they come now politics. For some of we they pay attention. We learn a lot of nastiness where politics they come with. You know, there was this expression now we own country in a salon. A lot of people then believe so when they say politics, that's not something where you know a politician or somebody we know they talk to. This is the analogy we don't develop within we own brain. Politician as somebody where they lie, politician as somebody where get tricks, you know, and you know we blame the people the way they think so because these are some of the reasons then why people then they think say politicians are nasty people, you know. Politicians they even get the mind for destroying an innocent, good people within the society for their own selfish interest. You know, they only happen now with nationality, they happen now anywhere we live. Our communities around the world, the same thing. Nastiness, ego, power thirst, and all the selfishness way they think of like the world. To be honest with you, why Paul Kamara and Colson Turay for petition, Dr. Samura? No, tell me. The convention was finished. Everybody don't say, okay, we accept. Because if you not be accept for waiting at the outcome of the convention, if we be not going to court and petition the convention or the outcome of the convention, but nobody did that, right? So that means we all accept yes, even though people are disgruntled, but for the peace of the party, we have to move on. That's nationally taken. I don't know the way you take it. So last hour, if that the last hour now, all of a sudden, the same APC folks come back and say, you know what? In fact, this week candidate will give us so. Now candidates will not qualify for be for run for president. There are invincible, heavy hands where they play into this. I just pray God say, Dr. Samura will able survive this, and the court will able for through this. If the SLPP believes say, then oh, okay. Hello, let me just put. Okay. If the SPP believes say then they win this election. We don't want for make we the APC make them very easy for the SLPP. Let them go win me at the ballot box. Okay? Make the SLPP then go win at the ballot box. Not so we supposed to give them the easy part for make them win. Because imagine if this case the courts agree with Dr. Samura, the petitioners. That means the APC party never get a candidate. But okay. Now what are this?
It's from New Jersey, US.
Ablaisi from New Jersey, US. Okay, welcome. So what are you take? What do you have to say?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I just did listen to you. The concern, very salient, that this kind of action from APC members, now two things. One, they want to come an easy way to make the APC win.
Exactly.
And the second part of that is an APC member want to make it easy for their APC win. Yes, I don't get any evidence of it. But out of common sense, you know, say, SLPP, some way, somehow, they're behind it. If you agree, I mean, in your opinion, I might be totally wrong in it, but I'm using common sense there. But this is what I want to say, though. In as much as everything you raise is very genuine and makes sense to me, I want to say that I'm not really to blame either the two APC members from way by the petition, nor the government, we are believing the SLPP, President Bill, of which is what the state is part of the people. I'm not get too much concern over the action as compared to the concern we get over with just the system.
Yep.
And look at the bigger picture, Sierra Leone and not Kamara. Only blooded APC member are proud to be one because of the constitutional right,
Yep.
and the human rights, and their right for choice, make a choice. I don't care what somebody feel about it. I respect you, you're in a young party, that's fine. But maybe look at the bigger picture, look at Sierra Leone as a whole. Now the reason if we not ever think that with justice system, with the judiciary, that something we will take serious. As far as me concerned, that is one single institution that one day where we need every concern we every Sierra Leonean don't get over the years about what's the country. If the justice system is strengthened, it's really positioned. Now a way is supposed to be in order under the control of the government of president.
I agree.
That one single institution totally enough for me. Everything else when people say, oh, anti-corruption, what they do this? Anti-corruption, I need to go after, and then go after that one day. Oh, the police and the way and kill away the president, in favor of the sitting party. Oh, the military in favor of this. Oh, the president of it. No. The justice system, the court system, as long as can continue to be under the pocket of the president.
Yep.
This will continue to happen. And I'm telling you, in fairness to the executive, even if the APC can weaken our power,
I something.
We will continue to affect, and unfortunately, in order for just affect party members, now it affects APC. Everything SLPP they do, it affects APC.
Yep.
If APC can, we go into the same system, everything we have to do to affect them. And we are all sharing at the end of the day. And as much as I want to be active in our power, and so I want to be in our power forever. Because I believe in the technology of APC, I believe in the inclusiveness of APC, I believe in the value APC gets over the common man as compared to SLPP. So, again, as I say, we really believe this. Everybody forgets the opportunity. Everybody forget the right to pick anybody in a court.
Yeah.
Anytime when you wish. So that's why that justifies my first point. Then I'm not to blame for Kamara and the other guys. They get the right position and to do at any time. But working at the concern here, we have believed that we need to spell out to the world, let the world know the justice system is working and it's in the pocket of the president. Because when he takes somebody in a court, it's and the US now, he get right position, but the judge get the ability and the court get the ability to look at the case, to this not get married and throw them out, without wasting any time. In the next hour, and they throw them out of court. But this now is strategy we once you don't go to the hands of the court, they will drag them and get to point where they will come with them due to delay and or unnecessary things they only go with. We don't even be in line with the constitution at the end of the day. They say, oh, the people will get candidates. But I didn't want that any Sierra Leonean really look at this situation with joy. You know, we left Sierra Leone. Because today I APC, tomorrow it can be any other party. Today I me, tomorrow it can be you. So I definitely encourage all Sierra Leoneans to look at. If we come today, even if I even enjoy Naive will cause a impact for the country as a whole, let we get the guts and the nerve for say it's bad. If it's good, let me get the courage for say it's good. I don't know. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. Stay there. Let me just address certain points where you made. And I just want to thank you very much for calling in, because this is the purpose of this program. For let we get introduction, like what you heard and also. One thing where I want to say, first of all, you are right. The justice system is very rotten in Sierra Leone. And this is not the first time this, from Kaba in time, and it's by Roma in time, and now Madabio in time. For say always, you see the police, you see the court, always they in the hands of the executive. And that's not something we was all supposed to fight and try for stop. Now, I disagree a little bit with you in one point, and that is, first of all, let's say you are a very full-blown APC man, right? You let the APC let anybody. If somebody call you, let's say as the SLPP, then they behind this. I know say not to SLP actually based on the information where I get, where I'm not able to reveal now. But let's say the SLP, for the sake of argument, the SLP then they behind this. You as an APC member, a full-blown APC will let you party, will want you party for dinner power. If SLPP person can meet you, say, bra, I want for make you go do this for destroy the APC party, you go do them, you don't go do them. And then two gentlemen here, now people that don't benefit now the APC party. In fact, now stakeholder now the APC party. Colson Turay, now the deputy ambassador now here. Paul Kamara, when a journalist, now be minister now the APC party. So them benefit within the APC party. So for saying that the SLPP now then can't influence them, that is not true. And to reinforce that, the information what I get, because when this thing happened, I tried yesterday, called so many sources then for make I will get the information. And you know, I get about 2/3 of the sources that were I call, they actually say the same thing. For say this is not nothing to do with the APC party. Why I say the SLPP party. This has to do with the invincible hands they hold them. What can happen if this man, Dr. Samura, like when they don't petition and so, then the petition go against them, may God forbid it, we get to go back to convention within 7 days. And there are people who actually want certain candidates then for making them beat the flag bearer of the APC party. This is the entire nastiness we have been talking about. You know, but we can disagree for agree. But most of the things that we say, not true. The justice system is very, very rotten. And I talked to other lawyers the yesterday back, the one that will know the law. I don't say there are people where they talk say, well, the Commission of Inquiry verdict, not to legitimate verdict, but me not a lawyer. Now that make yesterday, I called few lawyers then for make able to understand what they go on, where they prepare for this program. Okay. They say Dr. Samura was not convicted. Yes, definitely. Some of you know him, Dr. Samura probably innocent. But the Commission of Inquiry was an act of parliament where they give the power, just like the court. We debate about that during the time of the Commission of Inquiry. Say then go to parliament, say then go pass a law, this law for the Commission of Inquiry. And when the Commission of Inquiry make the recommendation, the president accepts the recommendation and allow the people that way did at the Commission of Inquiry for either pay the money and let go, or you go appeal. And Dr. Samura decide for appeal. Well, based on the law, as what you can tell me, you know they go appeal if you are not convicted. This is very simple. You know they go appeal, of course, if you're not convicted yet. You will only appeal after conviction. So technically speaking, it seems like this is a conviction. Is it a criminal conviction or civil conviction? Now the court therefore go decide based on these two. You understand? So this is the lawyers the way I talk to them tell me say this is very very complicated, and this are the first time this from make the court go interpret the constitution, the clauses them way actually relates to this matter. And it can be say what one of the lawyer tell me, he said Dr. Mankota, let's say this now something where the court they not ever test the court say. Well, now the court now you get for go determine. And whose court is that? The SLPP led court, not so. It come back to the point where they try to talk about the courts, the justice system. Now the SLPP are controlling the court. Imagine now we self don't go put this firearm. The SLPP then go just say no, wait till let the fire burn. What you said. Then go say okay, we agree with that. And when the problem come, the SLPP not only responsible. Oh. Now we self-responsible because now we self-care go we your man when we supposed for support. Now court. That is the point where I concerned about. I give you 2 minutes for make if you want to respond, then I'll let you go.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Mankota. Yeah, you're right. The Constitution among the specific but the understanding and therefore find you guilty and convict you of a crime.
Before you appeal.
Exactly. So the aspect of conviction and the appeal process we as the Dr. Samura do. I know we have details about that, and I know if they are even properly informed legally about it. But the truth is, if the judiciary they make all efforts for bringing people there to court, listen to their case, is that I can always question how much effort they make for educate the general public on the reality of the actions, especially a very sensitive one. This is not one common man like me, I have, in case not do something. This is somebody with a notion of political figure.
Yep.
So it's either they do it on purpose, way of, for a reason we then not justify,
Yep.
or when they let the situation play out in the eyes of the public, when the public look at this person as a bad person, just like when the former Attorney General Naya makes mistakes and go at the nick of time, go say things about Hillary Clinton, alive, but evidence wasn't there. But we see how that play out now.
Yeah.
I mean, some people they just problem with credibility, integrity. If you get issue with credibility and integrity, some people know the side with you.
Exactly. One of the people that want to ever side with somebody will get a problem with credibility. I know ever do
credibility. So you see, so now the danger about it all, if you really do that for paying somebody, then you put that person at risk over the people in a way they know which tolerate people that will get issues with credibility and integrity. And by the time they know it, they all if you just paint this person bad, it will be too late, especially when we talk of election and politics.
Yeah.
You know, so this has been my concern. If the judiciary is to do this, then this is what we're talking about. They are the problem. Because in as much as they make that effort, it is all that energy from big people that support from big them listen to the within the president approve of the recommendation of commission of inquiry, how much effort then they do equally. We see another country. They know they start when they see them, they try cases them, what to see when a secret, what to see where you will find two doubtful how you are. They see them in real time. I mean, the judges are not about. We will say, they say that blood they want to them. In advanced countries like the US, they must be able to identify. But the level of professionalism and the understanding of the law and the constitution and the application, now it makes a difference. You know, not to, well, one thing for you side with somebody and feel sorry for one, say, hey, this okay, you really don't commit this crime, I don't want to convict. And another thing, for you look at that say, if I don't convict her, not to show the constitution say. So put your emotion to the side, or you directly from whosoever from the top, and implement the law to the letter.
Yeah.
So how much effort will we do for educate the general public? We were not legally minded, for next we can clear this doubt of it. So there's always going to be this cloud over them, or the government, they all, but then it's totally, I don't get no evidence to the one. I just look at it, not a possibility.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Then they develop this cloud around themselves and the government. I don't know my point.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Cisse, for Canada. I really appreciate that, and you actually make we learn a lot of things from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Well, if you want to be part of the program, there's two ways where you do them. The first way is either you put your comment at the comment section of your platform where you watch me from, or you can call with the phone number. Let me just put the phone number here. Is 480-409-4001. That's the phone number where you call. If like waiting, Mr. Cisse, do so you call, the express your opinion. That is the purpose of this program. We want for make we get an interaction, because this, forget about being APC versus SLPP. Anything where they happen at this election, it therefore affect you directly or indirectly, whether you're an APC or SLPP. So let's have an open mind and discuss it and see the implication. So the phone number is 480-409-4001. I can't go to the comment section very soon, but I just want to say something very quickly. Now, just like I've been talking earlier with Cisse, Mr. Cisse, we just called the caller. I just the pray God say that Samura are able to survive this, because now the last hurdle this to the election we get, and you know, this they make a they learn how politics they. I'm sorry for him, definitely I'm sorry for him. You not get any kind of power like the way an by Kurma been get the power where he been candidates, he get the power for appoint who that he want for appoint, then he can go to the to NAC for make them approve him. Dr. Samura Kamara not get that same power there, and that is unfair to them, because he is the candidate. Yes, whether you vote for him, you not vote for him, he is now the candidate. We all supposed for support and give the chance for make you do what he is supposed for do. If now he do something, then he fall on his own, that's okay. But for make we able for undermine them at this last moment, for undermine them, because we the pretend say we the support Dr. Samura, but deep down we throat we know say we the undermine them, because this not undermine, definitely not undermine. Anyway, let's see how this get for play out. And like what in the caller said, I not begrudge Paul Kamara and Alimamy Turay for carrying Dr. Samura na court. Then get the constitutional right for do so. I want to make them very clear, because if you know somebody where they fight from democracy, these are some of the principles of democracy. The right to take whoever is running for public office to court, the right to express your opinion on certain issues. These are fundamental rights of citizens. So then get the right there. But after investigating, understanding what are the purpose behind this, now it make me look a little bit troubled, because this is not the way we're supposed to do things. Now, what think for happen? We don't know. Maybe then you get for call this, because according to what I understand, them petition here, then get for the court get for here call them and try for resolve them as soon as possible, because you know want for delay. If now a lawsuit after the election, that's a different thing. But this is about the candidacy of somebody who is representing a party like the APC party. So that make them put on the legislation we responsible for some of them petitions and all that thing. Specifically say the courts need for hear this petition as soon as possible and make a verdict. And it seems like I think 2 or 3 people three judges that they're supposed to hear this. I think the one Adrian Fisher and Bona, Judge Boni, and I forget the other one. I then get for sit down and hear this particular case. Okay, so let's hope say because they sit down and say, you know what, this not get married, so they throw her out of court. May Dr. Samura go do what he get for do. Hopefully. All right. Well, let's go to the comments. All right, Michael Coker. If the Supreme Court rule against Osamu, APC will deserve it because they knew he was facing multiple court cases but went ahead and nominated him anyway. Well, I'm not going to say it deserve him. And I pray to God for make the Supreme Court no rule against them, as they allude. But this was very, very clear for say it was a risk because some of we win an APC member, some people then they cause we talk about for say do not risk them kind here. Dr. Samura is a nice person, Dr. Samura is a smart person, but the SLPP no say Dr. Samura is one of the most popular candidates in the country. So now it threats to this case come about specifically for that. So you as a party, way reasonable, way not emotionally unstable, if we don't understand this. So in as much as right now, we don't pass behind that because some of we don't advise leading to the convention, they're not they listen to it. Now we just the pray God say, well, we've been talking, say this get for happen, and it happened, but with the pray God say, make Dr. Samura survive this. Make he survive this. All right, more forward. Why is APC and Samura so obsessed with Kono? The same day Adebayo stated that Kono has never been for APC, Samura was busy comparing Kono, a whole district, with towns and chiefdoms in the north. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong with the APC. I don't think say something terribly wrong with the APC. All right, here are the things where I want to say. More forward. If you remember, was it last week? I think last week or week before last program where I talked. One of the questions where I ask is Dr. Samura, since now in the leader, he gets people then way they write in speech now public, because these are some of the things we were able to prevent certain gaps. I think it was last week. I discussed about this. That gap anyway. And Dr. Samura is a human being. He didn't make mistakes. Just like me and you. We didn't make mistakes. There's a reason why leaders then get speech writers. Not of say they're not able to write for themselves, but you get this team we're responsible for review the speech, make sure say not the way controversial way they cause problem for the leader, and make sure say una streamline that speech day in a way where it could be very, very straightforward and nice and easy. That's not the purpose of speech writers, right? So Adamik have been asked the question. Like I said, he's a human being. I hope say will repeat some of the statements where he said at London, because Dr. Samura at this particular time he need everybody. And I don't want to delve into this any longer because last week I make an entire program for time for explain. So that's the only thing where I get for saying. He needs everybody, and he's a human being. I hope say the Kono people will forgive Dr. Samura and give her a second chance. I've been called on Dr. Samura for making try for reach Kono, for making try for government fences with the Kono people then, any them. And like I said last week, we need votes from the Southeast if we want for win. And we sign at the best place for get enough votes for push me to the finish line. Now, Kono, now only Kono, we don't ever win since 1996. Kono are the only chiefdom who we don't ever win. All the other chiefdom, would they get votes there, would they get votes there, would they get votes over there, but they are not enough. For now, giving the votes that we need for make we win the election, and this election is no different. So Dr. Samura need the Kono people, he need every district. So the gap where he make I think saying a mistake, a human mistake. But again, for go to the Kono people, their main fences. Mohammed Bashiru Darami. Now SLP people now they can't blame. Well, yeah. And SLP themselves they do this anyway. No. Me as somebody way pragmatic, you know. I don't say SLBP no one's for make that kind of happen, or they want for make them happen because it make them happy and it make things very easy for them. But this particular thing, based on new information, it has nothing to do with the SLBP. This is a nasty internal game where they play against each other now the APC party, and it's destroying the APC party. For people their way they know they think, now social media they just talk. I think it is time for make them, because we only get about, is it 33 days or 34 days? I don't even know, but less than 1.5 months. So we either try for make them right now, or we go back, we go see what happened to we, like what happened in 2018. So me they blame the SLPP. If now SLPP person for become do this petition, and that was my expectation really, because I wasn't expecting this to come from the APC party itself. I was expecting it to be from the SLPP. So, but the nastiness way the APC folks and they play, it's just too much, you know. I did discuss with some folks, Alimamy, they didn't realize that the APC yesterday, you understand, and dude, man, politics is nasty. Anyway, never mind. Let me move on. All right, Mama, forward. Putting Samura to lead APC this time is about saving the cabals who are faced with numerous court matters as Samura himself. Maybe. Mrs. F, that one day may probably be the thing, but looking at what they go on, so yes, some people them yes, not true. But the others, you know, the APC party at this particular time, they're not monolithic. Okay. We know they one, you know, like when they say unified. Okay, at all. You get certain interests where they play around the APC party, and Samura becomes the victim of some of them different interests than they. You get people that we actually they support Samura genuinely. Maybe they get problem with the government, so Samura will be the savior. But you get other people that we actually want to do things them on their own, for their own selfish interests. We don't get nothing to do with Samura. In fact, these are the people who really undermine Samura right now. You know, so it's just too much. All right, Bashiru. APC was fractured 5 years ago. It's still fractured. Yeah, unfortunately. All right, move forward. Samura is not showing leadership too. His public utterances are equally driving away other people, not just the Southeasterners. Okay. All right. Well, who knows? All right. Well, let me. I don't want to address though. Let me address this. I don't think say Samura now in they make APC members and then they left the APC. I want to defend Samura on this. Not to Samura. I tell you, I say Samura not get anything to do with the bickering way they go on within the APC party. These are different interests where they collide, and Samura happened for being at the middle of them, we then call them this. So the entire thing surround them because they're not the leader now, right? But Samura self not to in the make people their APC member the way they defect to the SLPP or other party, not to Samura. In fact, the damage already been caused before even Samura became the leader and flag bearer of the APC party. So I know one for make we blame him for some of them. The gaffe way he make for the Kono people, them that's very clear for CS now. The mistake way he make. Hopefully, we all are human beings. We make mistakes. Sometimes you want to talk something, and especially as a leader, there are certain things where you believe saying are true things the way they talk, but you don't need for talk them thing and because at the end of the day, it destroy you, you know. So now that's number one for saying. Bashiru, Shariko in Brade behind this petition. I don't know. Until you say that, I have no clue. Could be. Michael Coker. Dr. Mankota, if APC are divided now, that they are in opposition, how will they govern if they win the upcoming election? No, because this question where you ask so now, how do you call them? A rhetorical question. Because number one, we've been done rule before. Before the SLP became the power, remember? Now we've been in the power. You see how we've been ruled? So this is a natural thing when it comes to politics. Always opposition parties, members always defend themselves because you get different competing interests. So there is no leader we go able for try for shifter out some of them competing interests and try for portray the general interest of the party. The SLPP get the same thing. The SLPP went to court. No, the SLPP fed themselves. In fact, they make candidate like for now when the SLPP for go from another party. Them they almost beat them. Job John Oponjo Benjamin. Them boss in town. So the SLPP, when they meet the opposition, they get the same problem we will get to this. So the only thing right now is we on problem even continue. Now they are get surprised. During the time of the SLPP, after the candidates, they don't get them candidates. They all coalesce around the candidates, right? But we now, no, there are still people who no one for make them come coalesce around the candidates, then get them still and competing interest, then believe in, then we're able for fracture the APC more and more, or try for pull Dr. Samura, because the purpose of this is definitely for APC people, the way they watch me, we probably will not understand what's in the go on. The purpose here is not actually for fed the SLPP. The purpose here is for pull Dr. Samura out, then go make another convention where Dr. Samura no longer the candidate, then bring in the young candidate who then wants for make it contest this election. That's not the only purpose. And that make I tell the caller earlier say this not get nothing to do with the SLPP. Based on new information, not get nothing to do with the SLPP. Nothing absolutely. So this is not the thing, we dey govern because we've been not governed before. If we not ever hold leadership positions then at the country, then this question is relevant, but right now it's not relevant again anyway because with previous governments don't answer your question, Michael. Number 4. SLPP always use their heads, not their mouth, as is the case with the APC. All right. I don't think say natural, but some for be in the opposition seats, we're not supposed to don't get that experience there. I just don't tell Michael, Gigi not saying, when a party come on a power, they go to the opposition, there is always chaos. There is always chaos. When I get chaos for 8 years, only the last 2 years of Anes Begoma, now I see when I begin for get peace, immediately when the campaign starts back, when I begin get chaos again. So you see, this is not unique to the APC. It is not. I'm not trying to defend the problems where they go on within the APC. I am so terrified by some of them things that way they go on within the APC. But it is not unique to the APC. You guys have the same thing. So now make like say this now only APC get the problem. All right, Bashir, what you want to say?
I go back to this petition.
Okay.
This petition. There were people, and I glad you go on top of it, because beaucoup people there. I feel that we have social media to have this there. Everything happen at IPC as an audience involved, into the report.
Yeah.
People that this done, they take big power if you do this done. So we not the way we will, the machine can get that vote for that direction. So they hope that each state will disqualify or something, and then you don't then you don't pick candidates to rise up to that position. Some of you will call the name. But the first way to get picked for someone, there is people who rise to that position.
Yeah.
There is people become the party. This is a real issue that issue about appointing who the vice president was going to be took so long and was so negatively for.
Mm-hmm.
Because some part of the party they want their own chosen person for the next for Osamo. They will knock Osamo down and the next chosen person will rise. You know, party person don't do this. You will care. Okay? Let them choose the person to rise. When the court comes, we all look at this case, either way to make any decision on this, right? They will pick that in a political. Okay? Let people postpone the party election. They follow the case. Right? That will give you 3 to Osamo. Now, they don't come back to the petition. Which may not be doing this petition, most of them are doing petition. If they don't say the same thing, if they don't do this petition.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so the court will do that for 2 years for them. But after the court will have a regulation and executing and any dog party that the court to make it do that. So I don't get it support to make them go win by their steps. But check the young to qualify or something by technical knockout. But when that happens, then you know they inflate to take the bank.
Well, I did the nastiness where they talk about I did Idem because you know these are the same people who fought for Dr. Samura for making come in, and now probably the tricks that way them in the try for play, you know, they work, and now they get forget the last trick where hopefully it will backfire upon them again. Very horrifying, man.
In 2018, Samura had been the candidate, you know, the only backing individually, right?
Yeah.
Samura, to all the stuff that I just why I did that. Samura used this last 5 years for self-establishing himself as a politician, standing by himself, right? So some of them controlling the control of Samu before, maybe they will anymore. Or maybe we should say, especially they use this cost senior for eliminate of Samu. But this is not only SPP needs a clean election. They're not really win a cleanly. So they don't want any type thing where we go bother them. Or we go make a list so they don't go push that man there and that they will win. They don't go lock people enough so they will win. They need a clean election because they're not really working around this, so they will win a clean.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you work around do into the country development or whatever, you work around do into the election, matching around the situation.
Yeah.
APC doesn't have it. APC has not done anything. To be honest, my brother. By now, if you want to APC for that for getting the campaign. Take it, APC is not the campaign mode. APC will go get meeting. And meeting more than they can. If you go meet your sometime, go get meeting. It's not a campaign. They don't really have a sustainable campaign.
Okay. All right. Let's move on with the comment. Medmans van Hanglanden. Wow, this is a name. Mankota, this is not a petition, but rather an interpretation, and stop denying the SLPP don't have nothing to do with this. Yeah, I know people like this. But they don't even know the relationship between SLPP and Paul Kamara. You see, sometimes people, like that make I talk, say people then they use the emotions instead of they use their brain for think.
How that relationship is really broken.
Yeah, well, they don't know. People like Bedmans, understand the dynamics of politics in Salon, because some of them, one of the things where me separates myself from a lot of other people, then when I say politics, the other side is always the enemy, and whenever there is a problem, even the problem is within oneself, will they push onto the other side, and that's not able to solve the problem. For always they push problems to the other side, they solve the problem. Now they run away from the problem. And if you run away from the problem, they facing them for make you solve them, the problem they go away. Now that make will take so long, 5 years. For make we up to now we're not even able for put ourselves together, because we are always looking for a scapegoat where not to other than where would they push the problem to. Medmans, Paul Kamara and the SLPP now cat and mouse. Okay? Paul Kamara no go ever allow for make the SLPP use them. So the SLPP and Paul Kamara now cat and mouse if you sabi Paul Kamara. So for saying now SLPP now then they be now, I don't know, that means you don't really understand what they go on. And I tell you this, a lot of people that would know me, they know me saying I'm a pragmatic somebody. If I'm wrong on something, I know they shy away for say, oh, I'm wrong. Because now they make me become a better person. So with anything what I tell you, where I come like I tell you, if I'm wrong, I mean the first person where they can tell you say I'm wrong. Bashir, go ahead, let me move. If you want to say something, go ahead.
When you talk about this party, people are always looking from the party perspective and the party perspective. Like that, if you ask everybody who they have SLPP from 2007 to now, they've not lost any election. Any election they not win, I roll the road there. They're not one election they win a lot, they actually lost. Now roll the road there. Now keep them peace. No matter which election, okay? No matter if you're supposed to go contest in the middle of Telema, a long election, I roll the road there. But if SLPP is supposed to go contest in the middle of Mali, they lost that. I roll the road there. No, but they not ever lost election based on the we went to the other party to something onward. It not happen. So at all times that somebody has a responsibility. Say today, if this is all of this mad 2018 election.
Okay. All right. Enough now. Enough about we party. No, let's move on. Oh yeah. That's my nature of politics and salon. Deny and refuse. All right, Michael Coker, doctor, I don't know if you watch the video where I post na the forum where Cheriko go the campaign to Infula people them. He talked to them both in Fula and in Creole, but then snub them. Really sad to watch. I know watching it. I know watching it. I know.
And they ask that the people in the back try for response. So they say, hey, see that I think I'm not allowed enough, right? Of course, there's people don't take an answer. It's normal.
Yeah, that's not. Oh yeah, there is always an excuse for both parties. Michael Coker, come on, Mankota, not to invisible forces. Unasabi the troublemakers. Them make a name a few for you. EBK, Payasane, by Mahmoud, Adi Macaulay, and AKK. I don't know. No can cause trouble now, please. All right, one more before I say, I did too, my brother. He wasn't that enthusiastic as a top stakeholder. He was aloof, no commitment. Mama, I don't know who that they talk about. All right, Michael Coker. Mama Foya, I think the Fullers are more with Jules there than him, and it was obvious from that video. Come on, Michael Coker, come on. The Fullers, the Fullers are not Boku, so then they between the two brothers then. So there must be one group who they support one brother, the other group they support another brother. So there's always going to be that.
The people are union. The people are union. They not alone. And this thing is that, well, somehow thinking it's shaping them.
Yeah.
There is the leadership for one of the union, the winner of the men they always need to take time. They have Jericho because of the relationship with Jericho. They kind of move the union towards that. And that now makes the other union to move towards
Julian.
Yeah, before now the individual element position, but like the Jericho, let's say the leadership of one of the TSC or whatever, the way that the leadership move because of the social relationship and personal relationship for the leadership of the refugee there. Because it is Jericho, it kind of makes the other side to do the move. So it kind of keeps them like that. So there is a tension there. The nature of the people, like a tension between the two complete popular unions.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Philip Bangura say, Doctor, please clarify this for us. Who has wanted clarification from the court? The government or within members of APC? I'm asking because it's like your analysis is trying to bring in the government. No. I think you come late. You come late. First of all, based on my own investigation, where I make after this petition come public, is that this has nothing to do with the SLPP. This is something that is emanated from the APC. All right, Usai, I believe, Usai, they talk about bringing the government is way one of the callers there, we been talking. Not only the petition, another the problem, the justice system, because the justice system is actually in the pocket of the government, and not true, and not only the SLPP no more. During the time of Pataba, the executive now then they control the justice system. During the time of APC, now the same thing, and Mother Bill now the same thing. So what we'll be trying to talk about is we have to find a way where we try to separate these three organs of government. They're supposed to be independent of each other. That is the
yes, maybe talking about my crazy, but the salon court, I'll say this. If you come to election stuff, unless you don't make bad decisions in the past, so the court has really not really for me to just right? Or this education. You go back, the social worker, right? The court has to come in straight towards the middle. Maybe they may delay them, but the court has been coming towards the middle of or not get involved too much into the politics. This case, I'm going to tell you, nothing happens on time. The court is not going to try to make decision at this later part. They not say it's court destruction at the country. They will not get involved into this case because it's now a political thing. The court in Salon right now, the way they operate, I will take that leap and say they will not involve. They don't do anything for mess this up. You see that they happen, and I think remember that last kind of petition with the power of the say for cancel the convention. Yeah, the next a judge higher than that judge override that.
Bonnie, Judge Bonnie.
Yes, it's gonna be a problem. You cannot be taking the court get involved in these things that much. Even when you go back to the whole case that where you manage that case that went to basically say, if you go, you look at the court, the things all the court end up to do, which what APC to do, that instrument makes leadership. What you want them for put in place. APC is a much better party structurally, with that chance of laws and stuff. It's a much better party now than it was ever before. The constitution
Well, we hope so. What they talk now true, but let's see how this is going to play out, because this is like what he talks so it gets a high stake, But let's see. I hope we all pray God for America. Then three.
Because that case is brought by people by them. It's 15 business. Which may not be eliminated one.
Well, because KKY actually been done renounced in citizenship, so there was no value into that. Yeah, well, they're going to court because they're not being believed the documents where KKY been present, so they want for what they call that, But KKY been done renouncing in citizenship, so there is not an way for being the court for being do, because all what they need is where is the evidence. If the evidence is there, they're not going to say, well, no. You see, but this, like quoting one of the lawyers and tell me yesterday, this is the first time this actually waiting, then they can't test the court, because this is actually the first case where the court therefore determine whether, I think it is still the clause, I don't know if now for 140 something, way relates to this particular thing. They know why they test the court on this. So we only concerned that what's in Momo for yeah, Momo for okay, let me read what Momo for I say first. Say SLPP court, how will you call the one that endorsed the unconstitutional removal of our elected VP? Well, I call them SLPP court because yes, indeed, it's an SLPP court. The one during the time of the APC and APC court. These two institutions always side with the government of the day, the police and the court. So, all right, Michael Coker, Mankota, where is your proof that the SLPP is controlling the court? All right. I think I don't hit a nerve here. Are there not magistrates and judges who were appointed by both EBK and BO currently serving? Don't you believe in the independence of the judiciary? No, I don't believe in the independence of the judiciary. You and I know that the Sierra Leone justice system is rotten, just like putting me and the first caller being talked. Say most times now who they know. That's not true. I don't answer you also. During the time of the APC, the court is the APC court, the SLPP, and it's unfortunate because the court is part of the justice system, and the justice system is an independent organ, one of the three independent co-equal organs of government. I don't just know why the executive overpower the two organs then, and we need to fix that. All right, Michael Coker, Mankota, where is your evidence to show that Osamu is the most popular politician in the country? I say one of the most popular. I don't say the most, I say one of the most popular candidates in the country, and it is true. The only evidence that I am aware of is he lost the 2018, which indicates that he is not the most popular. Come on. In 2018, even there was a slant for say there's Sabia, because they're not in Sabia. So to be honest with you, Mr. Sesevwe, an APC member, I not been Sabi Dr. Samura in 2018. A lot of you have not been Sabi Dr. Samura. So they compare him with in status now. To be honest with you, he's one of the most popular candidates right now at the APC. I didn't contact Dr. Samura seems like a nice guy, but lack charisma. Well, I don't know what you mean by charisma. I don't know, but now a presidential material, right? He will be a good president too if he win the election. Mohammed, is it Koli or Kolai? Hopefully it's Kolai or Koli. Dr. Mankota, I will analyze this election for you and the general public. With Dr. Samura, the APC has lost this election since census. 3 more seats created in the southeast, reduction of seats in the western area. Now watch Falaba, Kabbalah, Cambia, Tonkolili, and Putloko in the north. Significant gains there. The SLPP are consolidating the corner. Well, good analysis. Well, now we go now the ballot box. Let we go see the ballot box. Now in support, now get for tell we would I get for win. If the SLPP win we, genuinely and fairly, hey, I mean, at the first person. Well, I go there anyway, and I get for cover the election. I not go call the result, because if you remember in 2018, I mean, the only platform, the diaspora platform, we actually been getting real-time data of that result there. And hopefully this time, once again, but since I get for the Sunday, I know we'll call the results, but at the presenter, the screen, we are then able to see, let them see, but I know we'll call anything because only ECSN and then get the mandate for call results. And if I did outside of the country, maybe I go project, so, but now good analysis you put. Well, let's go to the ballot box and see. Most of the things that we say are true, Falaba. I did see, was it Falaba yesterday or Falaba or Kabbalah? I think it was in Kabbalah. When I see a huge amount of people, but yesterday the argument was, where I put it, me not they determine how many people there will go rally compared to who they get for votes. Because I learned a bitter lesson. In 2018, we see the amount of people there when the APC get a campaign rally, the amount of people there. I realize the same people the way they go rally at the APC campaign are the same people that they grab back and go rally at the SLPP campaign. So it is very difficult for Mecca. We determine based on the number of people that way they out of what they call. But some of the inroads that we talk now something we not true, for the seats them way they reduce, it was all our fault because some of we been warned about that, say, hey, let we just do the census. Let we just do the census, but we are just saying, if the SLPP had wanted to get rid of Samura, there would not have been any New York trial, and the case will have finished in favor of the government. So Dr. Samura is not a factor here. It is the APC as a party or institution. All right. I want to call her again. Some political thinkers in the APC should have concentrated on issues which are many. The SLPP have been talking to people and progressives in the APC and independent thinkers, while the APC are busy with back to power slogan. Someone should ask how. All right. You're not APC, right? Or no, SLPP? I suspect you're not SLPP. All right. We will do level best. That's all I can say. All right, my brother Musa Content. Institutions are set up for the smooth running of a nation. And citizens have to be by all. I agree, definitely. All right, Mama Mohammed Koli or Kolai. But anyway, if the party don't listen to you, then no one will be heard. On election day, get ready for blames on judiciary, ECSL, police, Mada Bio, and Fatima Bio. These are the results we'll be ready to embrace. I hope this time it is not international committee. Oh boy. All right, bro. Unadi after we am. Bye Wale. Hey, bye Wale, don't tell. How are you, bro? Nice to see you back. Judah is a non-Fula speaker, but Cherno speaks Fula eloquently. So therefore, Cherno is the advantage he has over Judah. Let's see here. Mankota, Bashiru's volume is very low. Oh, well, unfortunately, Bashiru don't left now. But hopefully, you understand what we've been talking. Sorry about that. Mohamed Kola, your guess is not factual about SLPP denying having lost an election. Solomon B was the first to congratulate former President Kadi Jackson in constituency 110, also congratulates the winner. APC won seat in Bond, Moyamba, that the party accepted. The recent by-election in Tonkolele and Koya intact the SLPP. In fact, in fact, the SLPP were pleased with the percentage they have. The APC, till date, is accusing the international community of swaying the 2018 election to the current president. Musa Kante, all those who funnel themselves in their malicious silos with the intention of broken the will of the people will meet the bitter end of their political career. Otherwise, in the APC are with the mindset that Austin Samura as the candidate to replace their own will have the same enthusiasm. Big mistake. I agree with you, Musa. And that is what is troubling me, because I was thinking that, well, we don't fracture enough. Now that we don't get a candidate, we get for coalesce around the candidate and become a unified team and go at the election with unity. But the nastiness is just too outstanding. Let's hope they're not going to be able to succeed. Alimamy Turay, Dean Conte, you may be right here. Most of those people are young. Some majority of them don't have to vote. They are going. Oh, Lukushaban, sorry, I know I announced your name. Most of those people are young. Some majority of them don't have to vote. They are going for what they can eat for the day. Watch the crowd. Oh yeah, now the time for. Besides that, even the way they vote, my brother, my sister, me know they determine the winning of a candidate based on the people the way they go dance, not their rally. Because like I said, I learned a bitter lesson, So the APC boycotted the census because they were afraid that the SLPP will create additional districts in the southeast as they did in the north. Okay, north. All right. I think I don't try my level best and read all. Now, let me just pull this first. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe this has been a wonderful program for today. But I just want to say a few things again. I believe I don't talk on them here, but a lot of people they come late, so most of them they don't know exactly what I've been talking about. Let me see let me just read this quickly. Luke Shaban say, let's don't be fool about the crowd in those districts. They're all now angry belly. They survive by singing and dancing. Yeah. All right. Again, I want to reiterate what I say for people that will just come. First, I know they try for attack Paul Kamara and Alimamy Colson Turay for do their own constitutional right. Everybody, they do them. If you want for do them. The problem number is the people behind this, and those people are destroying the APC party. The APC party don't fracture so much that it is time for me we come together and work as a team. Without working as a team, we are going to lose the election. No wonder why the APC are now fighting for make them postpone the election because the APC self don't realizing they have been destroying this party so much that the chances of winning an election is just a little bit too difficult now. You know, I was so surprised because, to be honest with you, I mean, they always expect the opposition that they always defect for make the election take place, not to them defect for postponement of the election. Okay, but to be honest with you, I talked to a few inner core folks them, and I understand. I understand why this call, you know, the SLPP are not going to allow that because the SLPP, one of the things where the SLPP don't realize is they're so confident now that, and sometimes overconfidence sometimes also is very dangerous. You know, this election, they go anyway. Yes, we all now don't realize we are at a big disadvantage because of you know, this selfishness, demented behavior where most of we folks that they make. It is very, very difficult for we now. But the last thing where I expect, like I said earlier, for see, we own APC folks, then they go petition, we own candidates. This tell you the level of animosity where they within the APC party. It's shameful, in fact. I would have preferred the APC party or whoever was going to petition for making you for the petition immediately after the convention. That way, if we not give enough time for either if the courts agree with them petitioning it, for let we go back and go redo, enough of the affect you at all. But the last minute, and you know only go petition, you wasting after the candidates, then don't nominate her, then don't approve her by ECSL, then you go petition. Yeah. Those who are actually saying, well, these are the hands of the SLPP. Screw you, because you don't know. Screw you. We need for point fingers on the right people then way they cause the APC, then kind of problem here. Then me sabi them, maybe you know sabi them, me sabi them, because me not to dumb person. Any organization or institution where I join, I want to make sure say I know what thing they go now that organization, they in and out. Me know they do things based on we own emotions then. Now that make most of the time anything where they can the public at the talk, it go likely be the truth. Because I know they just can't normal because I read something I can't begin talk all the nonsense thing there. This now another candidate where from the beginning where people them they push now the APC party. They don't let Dr. Samura. They use Dr. Samura in a way where probably right now there was no way because Dr. Samura is insisting he's going to be the candidate and he's going nowhere. And we are going to vote for Dr. Samura. And we're just the plain saying this petition is kicked out of court. I hope say if Dr. Samura survive this, it will begin to realize for say, okay, who me friends or me enemies them within the APC party. Would that they try for undermine me? You know, necessarily say you have to be an enemy to anybody. But when you know say somebody is trying to undermine you, your reputation, your integrity, and even your chances for like Dr. Samura, so try to understand them people so you will know how you deal with them. This is how a human is supposed to do. Okay? But it is very, very reprehensible. Waiting me on the ad yesterday, I was so surprised. Say, what? Are they doing this? But I thought these are the people who waited for Dr. Samura. Why all of a sudden they are now undermining him? I said, don't forget about the fight. Dr. Samura was the most suitable person we get for win the election. So he get for the nine side until boy. You know, I learned a lot. I learned a lot. This opposition way we did today, so I learned a lot. Remember during the time of Pakaba, after the NPRC overthrew the APC, not always have not been the main opposition. I think not been PDP or something, because PDP had been come third in 1996. So we were not in the opposition in that time. And in 2002, yeah, and at the time now we will begin come a little bit small. But even at that, our opposition was very, very minimal. But after we lost power in 2018, I see the kind nasty tricks where we play among ourselves. I learn a lot. And I hope this too much of accumulation of information within my head, they affect me in the long run. Because some of them here they make me, I know they trust somebody. Some of the things that way I don't learn in these 5 years, how APC versus APC, then they play tricks to themselves. And you know that they are sorry for now the social media folks, they are waiting on social media 24/7. They cause problem. See them on social media, then they attack people them. Then they cause then they support things away they're not even, they have no clue. Now that one they are sorry for. You see, there was a reason why to make we take so long for grief after we lost the election. And I hope say this not will ever happen again within the APC party. And in 2017-18, 99% of the APC folks they're not really expecting we'll therefore lose the election. And only 1% will happen for being part of that 1% day. And I find them very difficult at that time. Very, very difficult. Sometimes it is good for make things happen. It will make you a better person. You will learn from there if you're not somebody willing for learn and improve you thought processes. In 2016, 17, 18, I think 15 in fact, when I've been realized the trajectory where the APC been go around, remember that time they now the middle of power, now the APC party, everybody was so eager for get position, for try for make themselves good to the powers that be, with the expectation that then go call them if they can't get position. And a tiny bubble, you know what to make them call me Sparrow? Anyway, the people that will know me, they know what to make them do, they call me Sparrow. So a tiny Sparrow just pop up out of the blue. They begin to talk things the way the entire APC not be they think of. Because say, hey, we they go on the wrong side. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I they bring them kind information here now, like memory or joke, but it was very, very hard. The attack where people like Chris will get within the APC party. The attack. In fact, now recently some people them, well, there are even still people they were stuck in their own old way of doing things. They still believe say not to APC enough. During the the attack way me go through. How me not to APC enough? In fact, people the way kind of APC meet with now the APC. People the way that they call the opportunists them. Then come now APC, not because they lack APC, but because they try for find opportunity. Then people and they will afraid them, yeah. Those people are very, very dangerous because they are desperate. Then people then they attack people like this. So you know to APC enough. I say, hey, if we not be careful, they lose this election. The way I see things and they happen, will they lose the election? 99% of people there, because to be honest with you, former President Anes Nkrumah was popular. So it was very, very difficult for people for make them able for look at that within them that popularity there and try to punch a hole and see the reality. Now only people like we so they attack me they not attack me I guess. But I know stop from the beginning to the ending. I was predicting that. I was predicting that. So when we lost the election, and I not been get the shock too much because I already don't know what get for happen. So, but 99% of the APC folks, they're not been ever think about this. Okay, so when this thing happened, there was this shock, unimaginable shock where people then get. Is it true? Guess what? The very day where Infa Ali announced the result. Now that very day, now I see most of the one them where they call with like say we not to APC enough. At the very day when they begin to delete themselves out of the APC forums there. Well, we wait and say not to APC, we still there. We still they do what they do. And it makes people like we so a better people, better person. I'm mature from that time up to this time. I become so mature that yes, indeed, I say, thank God, I never swear. Nobody not distract me. And I don't believe repetition. But even within the people that the APC will be, they hate me. In fact, there was a time after the election, I hear people, some of them, they begin can't confess to me. Dr. Mankota will be hate you, baby, but it seems like the way you they do your politics is different. Keep up the good job. See? So, anytime when you see me, I sit down at this place, and they talk about the APC party, I want better for the APC party. I want the best for the APC party. And the APC party could be the best party in that country there. Because we get a lot of people there. The APC party now a very huge party. I'm not talking about the list of I'm not talking about the list where Yasane then present to. I'm talking about the real APC members them. The list where Yasane present when 800 people them. Even United States members they pass 800. Okay, so you see, I just want for make we modernize the way we think, Okay, I've been a joke, but to be honest with you, I want for make we as human beings we able to modernize the way. If you modernize your thinking, you go able to do things in a better way. But if you stop with this archaic way of doing things, no problem. They don't say make you not criticize a leader. When you criticize a leader with sincerity. And not to the criticism someone. For me, where I joined the APC party, me now one of the people that we don't criticize we on APC leaders them more than anybody. But the differences between me and other people them, I know they criticize me because just I want to criticize or I hate the leaders them. No. I they criticize the leaders them based on what they do, and sometimes after one or two messages where they send privately where they know they care, and they turn around the way they can public and say, hey, this is wrong. And I don't they only criticize the leader and just stop there. And they always come with alternative. Always. That's what I expect somebody for criticize a leader. Madabi, I don't criticize Madabi. When I know that this program, I don't criticize Madabi more than anybody. But my criticism is measured. Because at the end of the day, I could sit in that chair in 2028. In 2028, I will be in that same chair. You understand? You as a leader, you will also understand what it takes to be a leader. And when you criticize a leader, be it leaders from the APC party or Madabio or Anesbai Koroma, you therefore look at you yourself, you know, Madabio, they criticize him, but the way they criticize him is very, very measured. And they tell him, Usai, he messed up. And I know they feel for telling Usai, he messed up. But not ever use derogatory word against a leader. No, I not ever do. Because what in that they make you? You didn't have public, you the cause. You don't get manner. You don't get culture. You think say the cause they bring APC back in power? No, the cause they bring APC back. In fact, the cause they prevent APC from coming to power. I'm telling you this. For the past 5 years, I don't want to. When I look what may happen. 5 years, I don't want to say be careful. So whoever hates me, well, sorry about that. But we therefore put ourselves in a way where we go enhance we life, the way we do things, against each other, and the way we think. If we're not able to enhance ourselves, okay. There are people where they talk, say, oh, education. I want to let one know today. Education, not just an enhancement of your faculty, the way you think, the way you see life, the way you see the world, and the way you do things, especially among yourself. And the main purpose about education, for enhance your mental faculty. If you are educated and they still think like the one way not ever go to school, what is the purpose of going to school? For maybe go one bench? No. You enhance your mental faculty. The one way not go to school, the way they think, you get to think above that. You know? One thing, I hear people then say, well, education and nothing. The most important thing what? Common sense. Yeah. Common sense is very, very important. But common sense without enhancement is not going anywhere. This is the purpose of education. And I see a lot of prospects within the APC party. And I see a lot of young people within the APC party. These are the people who are supposed to train. You know, I always they say I was the president of the Salunian community here in Arizona. Okay. One thing we me believe in, when you be a leader, the success of your leadership based on the way you train the way they can take after you. A good leader is somebody where they train in successor. Because if you don't do good, you want for make continuity, they not to show. And that is lacking within the APC party. We know they try for train we young one them in a way where we go able to enhance their leadership skills. Instead, what will they do? Will they exploit we young one them for we own selfish interest? And that is not a good way. We need for train we members them for make them think, then thinking for make it be above the norm. Okay? So these are some of the things we me always they do. These are some of the things we me always they pursue within the APC party. I'll tell you one thing. The APC party, no need for go and cause people. Or what I say the APC, I'm not talking about the party itself. I'm talking about the members, APC member. There is no need for me to go and cause people. All what we need is a message, an effective message. And in this election, we get message. The APC party gets a message. We leaders are not able to discover the message yet, but we get an effective message. I think about two weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I put most of the strategies that were at least, I believe, saying I will make with the win election. Okay. So, who knows? We will survive this. I pray to God for make Dr. Samura survive this. But it's a shame that APC the good petitioner, APC candidate. I don't get too much problem if we fight within ourselves, with internally. But this is no longer an internal fight. This is now outside of we own purview. This is outside of the APC. Because already Dr. Samura has been approved by the ECSL for NEC Iran. So there was no reason why somebody or some people for go and petition Dr. Samura. Yeah, I see somebody when they talk say, oh, this not let me go Mari. I see somebody when they talk say this not to petition, a clarification they want. I want to talk about that quickly before the time when they run out. I don't know if I'll be able to see this boku. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. Somebody when they talk say this not a petition. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll talk about that. This is not a petition, but rather an interpretation and stop denying this. Okay, I'll talk about this earlier. This is a petition. Did you read the document? Did you read it? It's a petition. The petition for make the court go clarify, okay, whether Dr. Samura is qualified. Alimamy, Colson, Turay, Kamara, then file a petition for clarification. I think you confuse the word, the two words petition and clarification. Then petition for make the court go interpret, for make the court go clarify. Okay, I hope say that's clear. The reason we make a bring and come back because I am. As I hear in social media, some people then try for defender. Oh, this is not a position, just a clarification. You don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, a petition anyway. And we're not supposed to be non-dry anyway. Okay. Now, yesterday, JFK, the lawyer, we responsible for work with Dr. Samura for this petition. He promised we say this petition not affect Dr. Samura in candidacy. Well, I pray to God for make that happen. Hopefully. Is it I don't know what he mean. Maybe he means say, well, even though there is a petition, Dr. Samura in candidacy is still stand. Or he means say the lawyers them, then they assure we the members them for make we believe say then we're able for fetch this petition and make sure say the court through the petition out of court. Okay? That's what we blame God for. But let me just take this quick. Musa Contest say the upcoming election is not only to follow democratic tenet, okay, but it is also a measure of Sierra Leoneans. Are we citizens that think with our brain, our high brain, or we are citizens that just follow our minds? A good number of Sierra Leoneans cannot rationalize when they find themselves at a crossroads. Sierra Leoneans are, for the most part, lazy thinkers. All right. The reason what make I read this is there's another woman where Another woman, we I think saying Nami can swear, but I did that anyway. All right. Musa content, that's always the reason why I always like you for America you go to do comments there because the purpose of this platform is an interaction. You see, this is one of the biggest problems where we get now Sierra Leone. You know, a lot of people there, they know they think with their brain and they think with their emotions. And when you think with your emotions, it becomes disastrous. You know, dynamic the country is still reeling with so many corrupt people there. Because the politicians they realize say we are not mature enough for make we able distinguish between falsehood and rightfulness, for make we know whether not the good person for the country or bad person at the country. We always they follow with emotions then. Oh, this na my brother, so therefore it doesn't matter whether he able to do the work or not, are the supporter. These are some of the problems that are affecting Africa today, Sierra Leone in particular. So thank you very much for what you talk. So yes, we are lazy thinkers, and that is the problem. And sometimes when you get one or two people the way they think beyond laziness, now then people then they now becomes the target of character assassination. You know, unfortunately, that's the situation where we live in. All right, I'll read one for read this. Matthew, I don't block her actually, but I'll go open them. Hold on. All right, Matthew Hassan. God will punish you. The hate you have for Dr. Samura will do no good. He is going to be our president of Sierra Leone by God's grace. You fake guy. Well, I don't know who that is. I don't know if now Michael Coker is or somebody else. I don't know who that is. But in any case, come on, be nice, okay? We are family here. It doesn't matter whether someone from the SLPP or from the APC. When it comes to this platform, we are Sierra Leoneans, and we they behave like Sierra Leoneans. You remember, right? I believe in a salon born, right? Lady, Matu, a salon born, not so. I know say you still get that culture, a salon. Okay? So it doesn't matter. You don't need for can swear somebody na social media. It is very, very shameful for that matter. Because this is not a public platform. This is not a public platform. No need for come and display this kind of behavior. You know, social media, one of them, one of the tenets of social media is that since we know sabi we serve, so people then they judge you based on what you they put on social media. And most people, I'm not saying you, I'm just telling you the general perception of people in social media. Most people, what they put in social media, then they take it as a pictorial view of your upbringing. Now that make you therefore be very careful what they put on social media. I don't say you now a nice woman, very, very nice. Thank you. If not the picture down there, may God bless you. But come on, make we not make we emotions then so high that we display some kind of irresponsible behavior in our public. It's not good. We get a culture. Yeah, we maintain that culture and okay. Me in this forum, it doesn't matter. Me na APC. Okay. If SLPP come, it can't talk about APC. Now you write that one, I know they can't cause or they can't swear. No, they do them. Because if we begin for lock the door of discussion and negotiation, now they cause problem. Now they cause misunderstanding. But when we they come, we they express we own opinion here respectfully, it go ease the tension. Okay? Please don't do that again. All right? All right. Musa Conte. Okay, I don't know this. Okay. Nicholas Kaloko. Hi, watching from the Coventry City in the United Kingdom, Great Britain. Welcome, welcome. You get two beautiful case here. Thank you very much for watching. Hi, Baka Ami. Honestly, I hate commenting, but as I am watching, I realize that you are liberal and trying to counsel us that are are emotion thinkers, and I hope you will continue talking to us, as some of us are low-minded. As Sierra Leonean, let us step up and stop the hate, insult, and misbehaving. God bless you. Thank you very much, Ami Baka. You know, the purpose of this program. This program don't okay. These are the only program we don't survive for the past 13 years. The only program, and the reason is because of the purpose. If you know one day sabi me, you know one day interact with me, you dey see me na this podium, I dey talk, you go hardly know see me na APC. And there's a reason for that. Because the purpose of this program is objectivity and patriotism. So many platforms where I don't see, we always based on partisan politics, regionalism, tribalism, and so many other bad things where they always happen in our country. There is no platform where actually they try for bridge that gap there. And it is very, very dangerous. Okay? I start this program. I think like the first person who actually do online radio for talk show. I'm talking about talk show. Now the first person in 2010, 2011. You know, from that time they say now we are doing now TV, both TV and radio program. Okay, so I want for make we get a common understanding, tolerance, you know, make politics not continue. 8 million people, if you compare 8 million people and you compare them with some of the cities then China, now one city that one day. Now one city. In fact, there even some cities and then Boku pass the entire country, because I know some cities in China where they get over 15 million people. 15 million. So we are too small. We are too, small for make we get this type of divisive behavior. And they see some people there when they talk about SLPP in a big problem. If you're not APC, if you're not SLPP, they talk about APC in a big problem. We always want for make we continue for divide ourselves, open the gap, and it's very, very dangerous. So yes, indeed, I am a liberal and I am a patriot. And because of the steadfastness where this platform don't get, now it don't survive to this way. Now the only platform this way don't ever survive for 13 years and still going very great. So yes, indeed, but it is not for me. It is for me and you, because at the end of the day, if Salon Paul, now me and you they suffer. If Salon problem, the hardship where they go on, so hardship not able for distinguish between APC and SLPP. No, everybody they suffer in that country. So some of who will get the opportunity for come overseas, we can learn, we can see how them countries that they do for develop their own country. Why don't we just take that small part there and emulate that in our own country? Instead we depend this divisive behavior. You call APC members their enemies. You call SLPP members their enemies. These are Sierra Leoneans. The problem we are get with so many people, they don't know what's not the purpose of multi-party democracy. The purpose of multi-party democracy not to for can get enmity, for can begin fight with self. It is a battle of ideas. Okay, this person, he gets your group, he say, okay, he get the best idea for make salon. Then the other group say, no, now we get the best idea. Then they compete based on ideology, based on ideas. But no, we will compete based on destruction. If now APC then power, SLPP go want for go destroy the police stations them, the roads them, then they thief the cable them. If SLPP now they need the power, that the same thing APC then they do the same thing. When are we going to come together as a nation? That is the tenet of this platform. So thank you very much. Nicholas Kaloko, she is annoyed and cannot control her mind. She is a lady just for her. So yeah, I realize I don't block him actually. I don't block him. For the past how many years now, the first person who I don't ever block because the way they come with, I think say very, very angry. But I understand emotion sometimes can go high, you know. And I think say that the first time this not the first time I think they watch the TPM. All right. Nicholas, just forgive her. Yeah, 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 yeah. Baka Ami, you sound like a conflict resolution and peace builder. Just continue. Maybe this will help us put different political parties together by educating our brothers and sisters. Interestingly, it's APC and my dad is SLPP. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean we should realize that we are one family. Yeah. And one of the things Baka also is, you see, the blessing we God don't give we now we country, where the politicians them they want to destroy these tribal interrelations where we don't develop for a very long time. That's not the blessings after this multi-party democracy come into power, into being, into existence. If we for be like other African countries, like Rwanda at the time during the 90s, the 80s, like may God forbid this for this particular few years will be not go back into civil war because there were people we always they try for bring that collision between the tribes them, especially the Mendes and the Timinis because now the largest tribes them. But because you get Timini man we married to Mende man who married to Timini man, their interrelationship like people like you so we want for make civil war happen or tribal war happen because who side the first for okay yeah, because you they're on both sides so there is very it's very difficult so now people like una so God now blessing for APC what's APC for the country because una be as a bridge for make sure say that bridge gets destroyed by the 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 evildoers. We want for giving more problems. Yeah. All right. I think say still people that just the same way them. I want for stop, but let me try to complete this quickly. Nathaniel Walker, Mr. Moderator, those behind this so-called petition will regret it because the Constitution says that an individual is innocent until proven guilty in a competent court. So for the awaiting president, Dr. Samura, there is no court which have found him guilty. Paul Kamara and others are just wasting their time. Um, um, uh, 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 Nathaniel, may God bless you in the first place. Okay, we all being at the same point. And we pray to God say, may God make the courts throw this away. But we are in a very difficult time because we don't know what the courts get for say. Law na people they always sabi law they say law na like a biscuit. If they broke, who say no expect them for broke. But we pray to God say, this petition is thrown out of court, and that's now we on prayers, and so that we will continue. We will try to focus on how we will able for put a team together for campaign. All right, by Kanu Cabo. All right. Hi, I'm watching from Winnipeg, Canada, Canada. You are right. There is no forum that is trying to bring us together. We are not like that. But for the past few years, it is not even go for the country at all. Yeah. May God bless you, my brother. Nicholas Kaloko. The lady was very, very annoyed and cannot able to express herself. Let us forgive her because she is a lady. Yeah. By God's power, it will calm down. Like I said, we'll not get SLPP, APC in Aya. We'll get Sierra Leoneans in Aya. When you can Aya, you become as a Sierra Leonean. That don't mean say you know go express your political affiliations. We all express with political affiliation, but you have to do it in a more respectful way, especially in a public. Sierra Leonean and people they way cultured, right? We are cultured. So sometimes I can troubled by the way people that they behave now the public, you know. Then feel say because it's a virtual place, so the people that know they see them, they can, if it is physical, the same thing, it give the same impression, whether you turn up before me or you did 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000 miles away, it doesn't matter. What you post na social media, and in they determine who you are and the upbringing who you get. So let me just be careful. All right, Gustavo Kanu, Sierra Leone police and the ECSL want to play with the peace of citizens, but we will resist them. All right, I don't know. Gustavus, what do you mean? ECSL stop the child's play. We are red and ready. APC is the only relief for our Sierra Leone. Amen. Amen to that. ECSL stop the child. Okay, the same thing. He just did it. I think Gustavo is ready right now. You know, he just did post in multiple times the same thing. Buckle Reality TV. Wow, Buckle Reality TV. You are such a patriot. I appreciate your effort. Thank you very much, my brother. Patriotism, now a responsibility for any citizen. You know, we all supposed to be patriotic people, because to be honest with you, now only Salon we get. Yes, we are citizens. Me, are citizen in America now. Okay, but to be honest with you, you know who's are the focus in politics? That's Salon. You know, so I left Africa, but Africa not left me. Okay, if you understand what I mean, I left Sierra Leone, but Sierra Leone not left me. It's in me. Okay, so I always want for make we do with duty as Sierra Leoneans. You know, I travel around the world before I can don't be refugee in Gambia, from Salon to Gambia to the America. But before I reach even Gambia, you know, I travel from Sierra Leone to Guinea to Senegal to Gambia. And I see the treatment where I receive when I've been the camp, where I've been the camp. And I learned a lesson. I did in Gambia for almost 4 years, now a refugee camp. And I see the patriotism where Gambia man then get. Anybody where they don't live in Gambia, they are on ask her. Gambia men are the most patriotic people. The way I don't travel, where I don't actually miss. I'm not saying other people they're not patriotic, but Gambia, beside me, they are see patriotism. I learned a lesson from that. Gambia man, the refugee camp will be there. Now, the border to Senegal, all the way to the border to Senegal, they call the Basse, now the second city. The people the way they come on at the villages, then they can na Basse. Some of them don't need to wear shoes. Some of them they you know their food them pleat, you know, because of the heat, and that is very, very hot. You understand? But guess what? Some of them not even sabi talk their own Creole, because Gambia then gets Creole also. Guess what? You get problem with the Gambia when I go to police station. As when I reach normal, where when I go to police station, as when I reach normal, the policeman they tell you, so you go sit down there. Now the Gambia man they talk to. Where they don't talk to the Gambia man. If you don't take them, either they take them dock you ask na cell for 6 years. Then they always protect their own. Irrespective of their own problem where they get to, but Gambia man are very, very patriotic people there. So I learned from there. Then I come to America. God just can't open me mind. Boom. I say, wow. Because when I can, you know, when I've been in Africa, one of me thinking, why Africa they suffer? Why would they suffer? At the other places like America, Europe, and other places, they say now very close to heaven, you know, very, very advanced places. Why we suffer? And I come to America. I focus my attention on that. Say, okay, what are the differences between we and America? What did they do? What did not do? For the past 20 years, I learned a lot, my brother. I learned a lot. and I consume a lot. And I realize what are the differences between America and Africa, Sierra Leone in particular. One of the major differences is that greed, unpatriotism, selfishness, hatred, jealous. Now in consume Africa now. That make we be so. We not let who serve, especially Sierra Leoneans. We not let who serve. And one of the things we and also realize, Saloma not let somebody we are successful. I don't say when I know that. Saloma not let somebody who is successful. If you're in a community, you become successful. The way they want to attack you now, then they start from the success. Then they begin attack. Then I can America, I can realize when somebody gets success, a lot of people in the camp, then they push them. They survive from that success, and then they distribute the successes among themselves. That is the differences. You know, that's are the differences. You know, they see somebody that make here individual business, they succeed so much more easily. They lack collectiveness. They all in the most of the big company where you see today, so now individual they start up. But the moment the company begin come up, everybody they come can put hands together for make sure say that business they become big, and everybody will put a hand together, it benefits from the business. This is what makes America or Europe or other advanced society the way they are. That's not the experience when we don't learn. And you know, whatever able for reach that stage there, if you get backward thinking, you think like an animal, you hate your company because your company succeed. You get for happy for your company success one. You get for be patriotic. Forget about the politics where they don't destroy it for the past 62 years. We can do it, and one great person will be able to do, and you and me will be able for lift up that country and become a better country. Look at what they go on East Africa today. Look at Rwanda, where kill over 1 million people in 1994, 1990, I think 94, 98. Today, you go to Rwanda, you see the street, then get Rwanda, the street is just about like any European street. Clean, nice, 24 hours electricity. What did Rwanda get? What did Rwanda get? What did Kenya get? Where we not get? You see? So until we start for put ourselves in this way, we think beyond we emotions about that small country, will ever go before. And we are so blessed because we're too small, we get so many resources the way if we use them resources then in a way where we will able to benefit the country, we go be a heaven. We go be a heaven. Imagine, who's are there? I didn't know Arizona. For some of you, we don't know Arizona. Now, one of the hottest places in America. Hottest places. We get a desert between Arizona and Nevada, where they say Las Vegas. Around there, we get a big desert. Where because of that desert in heat, they come to Arizona, they come to California, some part of California and Las Vegas, Nevada. The place is dry, but guess what? Then get famine. Then get famine. 4 states na the west I am. Now one river. Now in the use. Then 4 states here. The Colorado River. Now in with the use. But we'll not ever get shortage of water. Sierra Leone get how many rivers then? How many rivers won't get? Arizona big pass alone. But how many rivers they will get compared to 1 river now? Look at Freetown today. Water when our good drinking water not there. We get all the rivers surrounding Freetown because of the selfishness, because of the backward thinking, because of the hatred, for each other, backbiting, greediness. now in the destroy that country. But if we only stop and think and forget about this nonsense political bickering way to go on, Salon will be a better country. And I pray God for may God bring the person we will be able to enlighten with, the person we will be able to unite with together as a country. And hopefully, it left a legacy where will ever increase the progressiveness of that country. Another one, we want to say, right? All right, let's round up. Water don't pass Gary because the system is not working accordingly. Yeah. Nathaniel, yes, sir. I believe the constitution is clear, so even the Chief Justice cannot bend it. Yeah, my brother. I don't talk. I talk to yesterday. I talked to a couple lawyers. Them we know the constitution of Sierra Leone. Most of them, you know what they tell me. Now, the first thing we then tell me, the courts not ever actually make any decision in this type of cases, so it could go in any way. That's the first thing we then tell me. Secondly, I think I talk about probably not been there, but I talk about earlier. The Commission of Inquiry gets power because it's an act of parliament. Okay, I'm not trying to frighten you. We all in at the same concern. Okay, I mean, not educate. I just try to tell you. So it's an act of parliament. Now that make the people that way they found wanting, then give them the opportunity either for comply and pay the money where they say now in them take, or then go appeal. Okay. And one of the things we all know, they go in a court for go appeal if they're not convicted yet. The only time when you go appeal is after conviction. Okay. I want to make things clear because where they talk to some people, then the heart don't begin for pop up. Now, there are two types of conviction, two types of cases. You get a civil case, you get a criminal case. Okay. So I want to distinguish that first. According to the lawyers, then what did they tell me? Okay. Now, Dr. Samura don't go appeal. He go appeal. And the reason what to make Dr. Samura been go appeal, Dr. Samura been go and pay that money or whatever. First, you not believe say what them go and call an true. That's the most important thing. You not believe say not true. I like the life of them. That's number one. Number two, if Dr. Samura for been go pay the money, that means yes, indeed, Dr. Samura is guilty and liable. And the Constitution of Sierra Leone talks in anybody where they find guilty of dishonesty. You see, the Constitution is very, very, mild in some way, and it vague. Anybody where they find guilty of criminal conduct and dishonesty. Well, when you say dishonesty, that particular phrase in the Constitution could be interpreted in any way. This is why the lawyers then say it could go any way. But first of all, let me just be sincere. First of all, why they forgo petition the young candidate? Why? All the discussion how they make so not for the even maker if there is no petition. But now they are forcing us to enlighten we viewers them waiting the frightening truth where we're not supposed to even for talk by this time if they're not for being good petition. And I am forced to tell you because at the end of the day, I'm a responsibility for make I tell you within the lies that they tell me, and these are APC lies them, not to even SNPP lies them, like APC lies them. So you understand? So let's just pray God same. Like waiting we talk same. The court will look at this and say no. I don't think say anything. One of the things we may believe in the court even though yes, indeed, then will do what they're supposed to do based on the law, they also therefore realize the unity and security of the country, the peace and security of the country too. So now that one the normally one for say. And I think after that, I think hold on, let me just the countdown for can close the program. All right. I just want to thank everybody for this wonderful interaction again today. I don't do for 2.5 hours, just the talk normal. So I thank you very much. May God bless you now. Once again, let me pray for we country. For we on our APC, do you allow we let yourself? Let we let yourself, you know. And one word way are always the emphasis within the APC party, and not to APC party no more. Even any side we made, I believe in that word because that this is not the thing where we able to bring prosperity and progress in any society where you live. Compromise, okay? Without compromise in anything, nothing is going to work. Even within your own home, you and your family, your wife, your picking them. The only way that home they able for progress and move forward, it's a compromise. And what's in a compromise? Well, you come halfway, the other person come halfway, we now meet in the middle. This is how society is supposed to behave because we all think differently. Okay? We all think differently. So, but if we're not able for compromise with thinking, every one person will say, either my way or no way, now in the cause war. All the word the way they are in the world from this historical time, now because of lack of compromise. Because everybody believes him, he can bulldoze through, or they accept the other side. But if we all they come together, halfway, the APC not for being done at them can't here if we all compromise. Starting from the lower level election. There were people who have been the bulldoze because they get the power, they get the money, they get the influence, they get everything. And there are people who are disgruntled because they say they have been deprived, they have been disenfranchised, all those type of factors. Now it don't accumulate to the time. People are just saying, you know what? Until they say, let we pour everything. Because of lack of compromise, the unwillingness to compromise. You see, compromise is very, very important. So I thank you very much again. Well, I'll go soon back next week, the same time, the same place. Tata.